Hello everyone, I am Pawan here. Today we will discuss about the career opportunities that lies in banking. Banking is one of the most sought after career choice among the students. It is entry into a very well paid, secured and status career. Though it might appear that these jobs are only meant for commerce or economics students, but the fact is that the majority of the bank officers are from the different streams of education. Further, it is also not a fact that top positions in foreign or multinational banks are held by MBAs from premier management institutes, though the public sector banks are now appointing management students from different streams and also allowing these students to get into the banking sector by conducting all India examinations. Okay, the emergence of technology-driven private banks have broadened the scope and range of banking services, and entry of these financial institutions into short-term lending business has actually raised the need of more professionals. Now, banks are in mutual funds, sensitization of business credit cards, consumer loans, housing loans, besides trading in gold and foreign exchange. Generally, banks look for good communication skills, good personal, interpersonal skills, the ability to deal with the customers, their patient levels, and also the basic knowledge of the industry. However, to join a foreign or you can say private banks at higher than entry level, you need to have specialized in certain sector. For example, expertise in project analysis, career credit appraisal skills, managing huge loan portfolios, and foreign exchange and money. Good computer knowledge is also very well preferred. So I would like to request Aishwarya to take over this and give you more insight into the opportunity.
Thank you, Pawan. Now we got an idea of banking career. I am Ms. Aishwarya and I would be dealing with an interesting question: why opt for a banking career? Yes, the question is obvious, as we have hundreds and thousands of careers, and why only banking? In this modern era, banks are the major institution which dominates all the sector, and it's one of the strong foundation for the financial system. Moreover, a career in banking is international in nature. A number of international and private banks set up in the country have opened up the opportunities for the deserving candidates. For the beginner like me, the banking sector provides an excellent opportunity to develop an undertaking of global economy. The various job opportunities are credit analyst, loan officer, branch manager, trust officer, and others in the field of accounting, marketing and security transfer, etc. These are various career prospects, and next I'll go with types of banks in India. Everybody may think why or how or do a type of bank play a role in career prospects. The answer is yes. As we'll know where we'll be placed and the scope of work we do and the scope of our career, it's better to know various types of banks in India. So in India, the banks are majorly classified into three types. Commercial banks. So the major role of commercial bank is to enroll business and entrepreneurs with financial services. Commercial bank is classified into three types: private sector banks, public sector banks and foreign banks. The second one is cooperative banks. These banks mostly benefit the rural people and other group of people for their common benefits. They are further classified into three types: state cooperative bank, central cooperative bank and agricultural credit society. Investment bank and other specialized bank. These banks provides financial assistance to its customers and provides necessary support in foreign trade, foreign exchange and in sale of equities, etc. So thank you. The further presentations will be continued by Divya Jain. Thank you.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Now I would like to continue on the requirement of manpower in banking sector. Public sector banks employ more than 7 lakh people currently. Majority of them will be retiring in the coming 5 to 6 years. Earlier, the recruitment was done by Banking Services Recruitment Board, each taking care of about 3 to 5 banks at a particular area. Now they have been abolished and the banks are allowed to individually take the number of people as per their requirement. Another change is in the lateral banking. Earlier it was recruited only in the junior management grade, but now they are offering people in middle and senior management group also, thus increasing job opportunity for senior and junior people. They are appointing a large number clerical and office cadre to meet their requirements.
Thank you, Divya. I'm here to explain about the job position of clerks. As a clerk post is the first entry point for anyone wishing to become a banker. Younger graduates are showing great interest, which is highly appreciable. So I just explain about the position of clerk. As a clerical post in the first entry point for anyone wishing to become as a banker. The younger graduates are showing great interest towards it, which is highly appreciable. So let us discuss about the job position of the clerks. The clerks are the front staff of the bank. Depending upon the requirements, the clerks have been placed at the different centers such as saving deposits, credit cards, cash receipts and payments, etc. The eligibility of clerks are the minimum age for applying the position of the clerk is 18 and the maximum is 28. Thus it becomes clearly from the recent advertised position of clerks in different banks. In one bank, the graduates within the with minimum of 40%. And next, we shall discuss about the exam pattern of the clerks. The exam pattern, exam pattern of the clerks. The first, the test for reasoning ability and numerical aptitude. A test for clerical aptitude and test for English language and test for gender awareness. The structure of written examination may differ from bank to bank, and to qualify in the written test, the candidate should pass in each of the objective tests separately with requirement minimum quality marks. From those who get the qualifying marks as above, the banker calls a fixed number of people to appear in the interview.
Okay, thank you Deepthi for your useful information. I would like to start with career prospects. Finally selected candidates can look forward to a fruitful career in the bank they join. All public sector banks provide training to new employees for equipping them to take up their assignments. Induction training. Induction training, which happens immediately or soon after joining, is the first training program they attend. Induction training is a form of introduction for new starters in order to enable them to do their work in a new profession. This provides employees with a smooth entry into the organization they require to get started. It is mainly done due to create a positive atmosphere, to increase the increase their comfort level, share job specific information, and subsequently they are offered training in various banking disciplines. Public sector banks are a few organizations which offer promotion from one cadre to another. Thus, those who join as clerks can be promoted as officers as per banking norms, like such as departmental exams and interview, direct recruitment as officers, direct recruitment as management trainees, and technical hires. For bright students in some banks, the promotion from a clerk to officer is possible.
Information. Now I am explaining about recruitment in office cadre. Vacancies in office cadre in public sector banks to recruiting officers after promotion of clerks and also direct recruitments. The misconception is that the banks are recruiting more number of officers from the background of science, literature, etc. than to commerce and finance background. The minimum age to apply for entry level officers position is 21 and maximum is 26, or else it depends on individual banks. The candidates are required to the minimum age to apply for the entry level officers position is 21 and maximum is 26, or else it depends on individual banks. The candidates are required to write the following objectives question papers, like general awareness, data interpretation and logical reasoning, verbal reasoning, and general English. Candidates are called for the interview on the basis of marks obtained in the written general knowledge. The interview panel may try to judge the candidates' understanding of nation's economy, issues before economy, etc. Candidates should be ready to answer such questions like why do you choose bank as career, what are the expectations from the job, etc. For getting selected in banks, candidates should do well in exams and also in the interview. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'll hand over to Zaman.
Thanks, Kiran, for your valuable information. This is Zaman here, and I'm here to deal with recruitment in banking sector. Recruitment in higher scales is with some experience one can expect to join a public sector bank in a higher scale. Most of the vacancies in higher scales exist in middle management, grade 2 or grade 3. Of course, the candidate should fulfill the eligibility criteria as regards to age and qualification. The experience required for higher scales keeps changing from bank to bank. It may be 1 year or more. Professionally qualified people who are with qualifications like MBA, CA, etc., stand a better chance in this regard. Recruitment process or one of the recruitment process is campus recruitments. Since last 3 to 4 years, public sector banks have started recruiting from campuses. This campus recruitment covers only a small part of the manpower, but it has opened a new window of opportunity to students wanting to make a career in banks. From campuses, banks are taking MBAs from different disciplines, agricultural graduates, chartered accountants. I would ask Sharat to take over this. Thank you.
Thank you, Zaman. Most senior officials in public sector banks started their career as clerk or scareman officer. In tune with the time, banks have reviewed their promotional policies, and now for bright, hardworking, and knowledgeable employees, it takes less time to move to higher scales. In many banks, a person who joined as an officer may reach to the position of general manager within 14 years. One can aspire for the position of executive director or chairman of the bank. These are very higher positions, and the nomination of which is decided by the government and not by the individual banks. Many public sector banks have network of foreign branches. Thus, joining a public sector bank gives you the opportunity of working abroad also. Transferability in a bank provides the chance of seeing different parts of the country. And to conclude, public sector banks may not offer the fancy financial packages which multinational companies and other companies offer. But the compensation in these banks with the recent wage revision and including prerequisites is quite good, and there is an element of job security too. The housing and medical facilities are also considered attractive. The expansion mode in which public sector banks in India are is creating large number of opportunities for young people to choose banking as career. We can see manager and senior manager and middle level management grade, that is scale 2 and 3, and senior management grade we can find chief manager and assistant general manager. We come to the top management grade, that is scale 4 and scale 6 and scale 7, deputy general manager and general manager.